Hello guys, welcome back to our channel CSE Concepts with Parinita. So guys, as you all know, nowadays we are doing aptitude session, right? You must be knowing, if you are following all the sessions, then you must be knowing that we have already completed 5 to 6 different sessions of different topics. Like we have covered important topics like permutation and combination, probability, percentage, profit loss, time and work, right? In this type of important topics we have already completed. If you've not followed those sessions, let me advise you that please go and visit those sessions also, because those sessions will really be very helpful to you. Let me give you a quick introduction that what we are doing. Every day, in every session, we are coming up with a new topic of aptitude, and most probably we are taking the aptitude topics that are common in various exams. Like if you are preparing for any aptitude, if you are preparing for any competitive exams like GATE, UGC NET, NIC, or if you are preparing for any PSUs like let's say ISRO, BARC, DRDO, etc. If you are preparing for your campus placements, then in all these things nowadays aptitude plays a very important role. That's why we are taking up those topics that are important or that will be helpful for you in all these things, right? And what we are doing, every day we are coming up with a new aptitude topic, and in that particular one session, in just one session, I am teaching you everything, almost everything related to that topic. We are discussing about different definitions, we are discussing about the formulas associated with that topic, and after that, the best thing about our session is that for the sake of formality, we are not just doing one or two examples, we are doing around 10 examples, right? We are doing around 10 different types of examples from the same topic, so that you will get various different ideas that for which type of question you can apply direct formula, for which type of question you have to apply logic, for which type of question you have to improve your observation skills, right? We are doing all different types of questions, so that from that topic, if any question is thrown to you in any exam, you will definitely be able to answer them. And thank you so much for the feedback. Many students are finding the aptitude sessions that we are doing helpful. I am very glad to know that. And don't worry, I will be continuing this session as we are doing 3 sessions in a week, so that I will try to cover all the topics that will be helpful to you in your exam preparation. Okay guys, so without wasting much time, let us start today's topic, that is ratio and proportion. As always, I will advise you to call all your friends, fine, to share this video with all your friends, juniors and seniors who are preparing for aptitude in some or the other reason. And also, whoever is watching this video and whoever is preparing the aptitude sessions, please sit with a pen and paper, please maintain notes, whether in notepad, notebook, whatever you are comfortable with, because maintaining a proper note for all the topics, formulas, questions is really going to be helpful in the last minute revision of your exam. Fine? Okay, so with this, let's start today's topic, that is ratio and proportion. Again, ratio and proportion is a very important topic for various exam point of view. We will understand what is ratio, what is proportion, we will understand different terms associated with that topic, and then we will see different types of examples also. First of all, what is ratio? So, comparison of two quantities, that is, let's say A and B. So, when we can say that we are finding the ratio? Whenever we are comparing two different quantities, fine, two different quantities are there, and if we are comparing those two different quantities, we can say that we are comparing them, and that comparison is known as ratio. For example, if we are taking the two quantity as A and B, A by B or A is to B is nothing but A by B or A is to B is also known as ratio of A and B. Okay, so this is known as ratio. Now, what is proportion? Comparison of two ratios. See, Here ratio was what? Comparison of two quantities, but now comparison of two ratios is again known as proportion. Let's say A by B. See, A by B is alone a ratio and C by D is again one ratio. Now if we are comparing two different ratios, it is known as proportion. For example, A by B is to C by D. And how you can solve such type of proportion? You have to do nothing but cross multiplication. So this AD is equal to this BC. Fine. So this is the main denotion and usage of ratio and proportion. Now which type of questions are being asked in ratio and proportion? Don't worry, we are going to see different types of examples. Around 10 different types of examples we will see in today's session. Okay, so this is about ratio and proportion. Let's see some other important terms also. We are having something known as duplicate ratio. What is duplicate ratio? See, sometimes what happens about these four terms are important and I am telling you about them because in the standard exams like GATE also direct question have been asked by them. So if you know just the meaning of these four terms, then also you can answer those questions, direct questions. So what is duplicate ratio? Duplicate ratio is nothing but ratio of squares. What is subduplicate ratio? It is ratio of square root. What is triplicate ratio? It is ratio of cubes. And what is subtriplicate ratio? It is the ratio of cube root. Fine. So these were some of the important terms that you should know about. And now without wasting any time, let's start solving different questions. And as and when we will solve more and more questions, this topic will become more and more clear to you. Okay. Now, after we have seen some of the terms. After that, here this term is also very important, that is mean proportion. Many questions have been asked from this mean proportion. What is mean proportion? So, this B is mean proportion. The direct formula is A by C. So, what do we mean by proportion? That if any proportion is given to you, let's say A, then B, then B, then C. This kind of proportion is given to you. Fine. You can say that B square is equal to AC. We have seen, right, in the proportion. Let's say it is given to you A by B is to B by C. We have seen that this is proportion. What is proportion? Proportion is comparison of two ratios. Okay, we have already seen this is one ratio and this is another ratio. Now, if A by B is to B by C is given, this can also be written as A dash B dash B dash C. A dash B dash B dash C. This is just for our understanding, okay? So, if any such kind of proportion is given, we can write down that, I have already told you that whenever this kind of proportion is given to us, how you can solve them? With the help of cross multiplication. That means these two B's will be multiplicated. B square is equal to A into C. Fine. Now, mean proportion. Now, mean proportion means what? We want to find out the value of B. So, if B square is equal to AC, then the value of B will be equal to square root of AC. Simple as that. Fine. But it is good to know the direct formula because many times in 1 mark, in competitive exams, they are asking about mean proportion. And if any direct such question is being asked, you can directly use the formula that B is equal to square root of AC. Now, let's see which type of questions are being asked. Here you can see the question. What is the mean proportion of 4 and 16? Okay. What is the mean proportion of 4 and 16? So, simply they are asking about the mean proportion. We know that mean proportion B is equal to square root of AC. A and C, two values are already given to us. 4 into 16, that is equal to 4 into 16. We know that square root of 4 is, square root of 4 into 16 can be written as square root of 4 into square root of 16. See, these are the small things that you should know about. Square root of 4 into 16 can be written as square root of 4 into square root of 16. Square root of 4 is, we know, 2 and square root of 16 is 4. So, 2 into 4, that is equal to 8. So, the value of B, that is the value of the mean proportion asked here, is equal to 8. Simple as that. It can give you 1 or 2 mark. Fine. Okay, see the next question. Third proportion of 4, 8, 32 is equal to question mark. Now, they are asking about third proportion. That means what? 4, 8 and 32. See, it is again something like this. Out of these four numbers in the proportion, they have already given us four numbers. Sorry, out of these four numbers of the proportion, they have already given us three numbers, and they are asking about the third number. Okay, third proportion of this is equal to question mark. So a dash b dash b dash c. Here we are having first number as 4, second number as 8. They are asking about the third number. We don't know. So let's say third number is x and fourth number is again given as 32. And what is the formula? B square, like these two, fine, and these two together. So b square is equal to a into c. So here we are having 8 into x, right? Simply you have to apply this logic. So 8 into x will be equal to 4 into 32. So based on this, we can say that x is equal to what? This 8 will go in the division. So 4 into 32 divided by 8. 8 4s are 32. 4 into 4 is 16. Right? Yes, x equal to 16. So the third proportion of this 1, 4, 8 and 32 is 16. So actual proportion is 4-8-16-32. Fine. So we have found the third proportion as 16. So instead of the third proportion, they could have asked you about the first proportion, second proportion, fourth proportion, anything. But as long as you know this thing, you can easily solve this question within a minute. Fine. I hope this is clear to you. If you are finding the questions helpful, if you are able to understand the questions with the help of my explanation, then please give this video a like and please share this with all your friends so that they can also join you with this session, because this is going to be helpful to all of them. And as the session gradually increases, we will increase our difficulty level also. Okay. So see, these two were simple questions. Now let's see this interesting question. Two quantities A and B are in direct proportion. Okay. Initially A was 30 and B was 50. What is the value of B if A is 24? So here they have given that A and B are in direct proportion. So what do they mean when they say that A and B are in direct proportion? So A and B are in direct proportion means what? Whenever A will increase, B will increase. Whenever A will decrease, B will decrease. That means B and A are in direct proportion with each other. Fine. They will behave similarly in the similar proportion. So see, the value of A is given as 30. That means A was 30 and B was 50. That means when A is 30, at that time B is 50. What is the value of B if A is 24? Now see what they are asking, that when A is 30, B is 50. Now when A is 24, then B will be what? Let's say we are assuming X, and now you have to find this X. And it is clearly said that A and B are in direct proportion. So whenever this is given that A and B are in direct proportion, that means you can simply cross multiply these two to find out the answer. So that means what? 30 into X is equal to 24 into 50. Now how you can find out X? Simply cross multiplication, 24 into 50 divided by this 30. 0, 0 cancel, 3 into 8 equal to 24. So 8 into 5, that is equal to 40. Got it? These questions may seem complicated, but believe me, they are one of the easiest questions to solve in any competitive exam. Fine. There are many students who just skip this ratio and proportion topic, but you should not skip this. This topic is something where you can get much, like you can solve all the questions correctly. You can get marks with little effort. Fine. So here we got that X equal to 40. That means what? A was 30 and B was 50. So the value of B, if A is 24, when A is 24, at that time value of B will be 40. Fine. Easily we got the answer. Now let's see next question. Okay, this question is of train, and as you know, if you are preparing for any competitive exam, you must know that Train based questions is one of the important questions, one of the favorite questions of the examiners, right? Because train based questions are many times asked in the competitive exams, whether let's say in case of aptitude, in case of mathematics. Okay, so this is again an interesting question. What they have told, if a train increases its speed by 4 by 3 times, means initially the speed was s, then they are increasing the speed by 4 by 3 times. So now the speed is, let's say, 4 by 3 into s. Okay, so if a train increases its speed by 4 by 3 times, it reaches 30 minutes early. Okay, so if instead of the speed s, if it is increasing the speed and makes it 4 by 3, then instead of just the time t, it is reaching 30 minutes early. That means t minus 30. It is reaching at 30 minutes early. So I have to subtract 30 from the original time. Okay. If it goes on its original speed, what time will it take to reach? So again, these type of questions are also being frequently asked, but they are very easy to solve. If it goes on in its original speed, what time will it take to reach? So how to proceed in such questions? See, whenever you are having any of speed or distance or time, like here we are having speed and time, so we know the relation between them is speed is equal to distance upon time, right? This is one standardized formula that we are learning from the school time. So we all know this formula, that speed is equal to distance upon time. Now here they are comparing only about speed and time. Getting? Here they are comparing only about speed and time. That means if we increase the speed, the time will be decreased and like that. But nothing is told about distance. That means distance will be constant. So see, with the help of this formula, we can say that distance is equal to what? Distance is equal to speed into time. But distance is constant here because no change in distance is told. So distance is constant. That means speed into time is constant. Now when speed into time is constant, we can say that, see, speed into time is constant. So we can say that S1 T1 is equal to S2 T2. I have explained you this logic also in our video of time and work and time, right? In work and time, we have seen many different examples and we have seen this kind of things also, that whenever we are having something as constant, we can write it as, then therefore S1 T1 is equal to S2 T2. That means they will change with respect to each other. Okay, now initial distance was S1 T1 when normal speed was normal, time was also taking normal, but then we are changing the speed. So S2 will be equal to what? 4 by 3 into S1. So when we are changing the speed, we are getting the time also changed, that is t minus 30. That means this initial time minus 30. Now let's solve them. See, 4 by 3, see, understand it, S1 into T1, S1 T1 means S1 into T1. Here 4 into 3 into S1 into T1 minus 30. These two terms are in multiplication, these three terms are in multiplication. Now S1 can be cancelled from both the sides. Okay, so we are left with 41 is equal to 4 by 3 into, T1 is equal to 4 by 3 into T1 minus 30. Now let's solve them. T1 is equal to, see, this 3 in the denominator can come here. So 3T1 is equal to, let's multiply this whole with 4. So 4T1 minus 4 into 30, that is 120. Okay. Then if this 120 will come here and this will go there. So 40 minus 3T1. So T1 is equal to 120. Yes, simple. We got T1 is equal to 120. They are asking about the time only. If it goes on its original speed, what time will it take to reach? So original speed is T1, as we have taken S1 and T1. So yes, so they are asking about the original time. So the original time T1 is 120. Fine. So we just used this formula. We just compared the new speed and time with the old speed and time, and after the simple calculation we got the answer as 120. So 120 is our required time. Fine. I hope this question is clear to you. In case you have any doubt, any query, you can always ask in the comment section. Now let's see another question. The income of Ram and Shyam are in the ratio 2:3 and their expenses are in the ratio 3:5. See again, this kind of questions regarding the ratio of income, expense, savings, this kind of question is also very important and very commonly and frequently asked in the exams, right? So try to understand it very clearly, and in case you have any doubt, immediately ask me in the comment section and clear your doubt, because this type of question is really going to be helpful to you in your exam. So see what they have told. They are telling about income, that the income of Ram and Shyam are in the ratio 2:3. So their income ratio is 2:3. Let's say 2x is to 3x, and their expenses are expenses ratio is 3:5. So let's say expense is denoted by y, so 3y by 5y. And respectively, actually they must have given this respectively only. So the first one is for Ram and the second one is for Shyam. Okay, so this is the ratio of income and expenses given. Now what they are saying, if each of them saves rupees 1000, then find Ram's income. So savings, they have told that if each of them saves rupees 1000, so saving of Ram is also 1000 rupees and saving of Shyam is also 1000 rupees. That means both of them, no matter what they are doing income, no matter how much they are expensing, but the savings that both of them are doing is 1000 rupees. Then find Ram's income. So we have to find income of Ram. Income of Ram we have to find out. Now how to do that? Whenever any question is given to you with respect to income, expense and saving, you should know one very general formula. See, not formula, it is kind of like common sense also if you think it logically. So whatever income you are doing, income, fine, I, whatever income you are doing, within that amount only you will do your expenses plus you will do your savings. Isn't it obvious? Right? Whatever income, see, always try to think logically. So you don't need to mug up the formulas, you will anyway remember them. So whatever income, fine. So let's say if your income is 50,000 rupees, then out of those 50,000 only you will spend, and the remaining amount you will do the savings. Fine. So your income, out of your income, so your income is equal to your expenses plus your savings. So this is the formula that we know. Fine. Here we know the savings for both the people, Ram and Shyam. So savings, let's say I equal to, we know that E is for expense and S is for savings. So we know that I equal to E plus S. So S will be equal to what? I minus E. S will be equal to I minus E. Now savings for both the people is 1000 rupees. Fine. You can do it like that also, or let's say we know that savings is equal to I minus E. Now if you make this formula for Ram and Shyam both, so for Ram, savings equal to I minus E. So savings for Ram is equal to 1000 is equal to I minus E. So I for Ram is 2x minus 3y. Similarly, if I make this formula for Shyam, I will get the savings for Shyam is also 1000 rupees is equal to 3x minus 5y. Okay. So that means what? You can see that we have got two equations, one for Ram and one for Shyam. Now what we want? We actually want the income of Ram. That means we want the value of x. Actually we want the income of Ram. That means we want to find out the value of 2x. Now how you can find out the value of 2x? 2 we know. That means if you found the value of x, then we can multiply it with 2 and we can say that yes, this is the income of Ram. Got it? So here our aim is to find out x, and we know that whenever we are having this kind of two linear equations, we can easily solve them to find out the value of x and y, right? We have done it in the school or college time. So what you can do, we have to let's say we are multiplying this equation with 3 and let's multiply this with 2. Okay, this equation let's multiply with 3, this equation let's multiply with 2, so that we will get 6x in both. Got it? So let's multiply this Ram's equation with 3. So 3000 is equal to 3 into 2x, that is 6x, is a minus 3 into 3y, that is 9y. Okay, let's multiply Sham's equation with 2. So 1000 into 2 is 2000 equal to 3x into 2 is 6x minus 5y into 2 is 10y. Now if we are subtracting this, so 3000 minus 2000 is 1000. This 6x will get cancelled. Okay, no worries. And then 9y minus 9y plus 10y is y. So we got that the value of y is 1000. Now if I put this value in any of the equation, let's say in this first equation, the first equation is what? 1000 equal to 2x minus 3y. So in this equation, if I will put the value of y equal to 1000, I will get 1000 equal to 2x minus 3 into y is 1000. So in place of y, I am putting the value 1000. So I will get 1000 is equal to 2x minus 3000. So 2x is equal to 3000 will go there, so 4000. So x equal to 4000 divided by 2, that is equal to 2000. So I got that value of x is equal to 2000. What they are asking? They are asking about the income of Ram. Okay, we know that income of Ram is what? 2x. Fine, we know that income of Ram is 2x. Now we know that x equal to 2000. So income of Ram is equal to 2x is equal to 2 into 2000, that is equal to 4000 rupees. Fine. So with the help of some formula, some logic, we have derived the value, that is 4000 rupees. So 4000 rupees is the income of Ram that they have asked in the question. Fine. I hope this question is clear to you, and again I am reminding, I hope that you are continuously noting down all the formulas and all the examples for your future reference. Fine. Okay, let's see another question. This is also an interesting question, that if the perimeters of a square and equilateral triangle are equal, what they are saying, perimeters of square and equilateral triangle are equal, that means perimeter of square is equal to perimeter of equilateral triangle. Okay, they are saying us, they have already given us this, that the perimeter of square equal to perimeter of equilateral triangle. Find the ratio of their areas. See, again this is a frequently asked question and very interesting one. They have given you that the perimeters of square and equilateral triangle are equal, and then ultimately we have to find the ratio of their areas. How to do that? Let's see. Very simple. We know that perimeter of square equal to perimeter of equilateral triangle. Now what is for this? In order to solve this question, you must know the formula of perimeters and areas of square and triangle. Fine. Yes, we have studied it a long way ago, but you have to remember these small things in order to solve the questions of aptitude, right? Okay, so perimeter of square is very simple. It is 4 into side. And perimeter of equilateral triangle. Equilateral triangle means what? The triangle whose all the sides are equal. So the perimeter of equilateral triangle is equal to 3 into side, because triangle is having 3 sides, so 3 into side, and perimeter of square is 4 sides, 4 into side, because square is having 4 sides. Simple as that. Now, but we don't know what is the side of square and triangle. So here we are assuming, fine, let's assume that let's say side of square, let's assume it as A, and side of equilateral triangle, let's assume it as B. So here we will get that 4 into A is equal to 3 into B. Okay, so this is the first thing that we got. Because they have already told that perimeter of square is equal to perimeter of equilateral triangle. So based on this, we have derived this equation that 4A will be equal to 3B. Now what they are telling us to find out, that find the ratio of areas. Now we have to find out ratio. Ratio means what? A by B. So we have to find that area of square divided by area of equilateral triangle. Okay, we have to find this ratio. Now again, let's write the formula. What is the area of squares formula? It is equal to side square. So our side of square is A, so it will be A square. And what will be the area of equilateral triangle? It is equal to root 3 by 4 side square. So root 3 by 4 and its side is B. So B square. This we know. Now we know, with this formula we know the value of, we can find out the value of A will be equal to what if we bring 4 here. So 3 by 4 into B. Okay. Based on this equation we got that value of A is equal to 3 by 4 into B. So let's put it up. So A square, so I can write it here 3 by 4 into B square, that is equal to divided by root 3 by 4 B square as it is. Now if I do square, so 3 square is 9, 4 square is 16 and B square is B square divided by root 3 by 4, okay, root 3 by 4 and B square. So B square is cancelled. We have to solve this. So 9 divided by 16, this 4 will go here and here we are having root 3. So 4 into 4 is 16. So here we and root 3. So 3 root 3. Okay. So we got 3 root 3 divided by 4. So this is actually the ratio. In your option they may give you like this 3 root 3 divided by 4, or they may give you as 3 root 3 is to 4. Fine. So this is your answer. That is the ratio of the areas of square and equilateral triangle. Okay. So this was an interesting question that has been frequently asked. I hope you understood it properly. If not, if you have any doubt, you can always ask in the comment section. Fine. Now let's see another question. The average weight of 6 men decreases by 3 kg when a man whose weight is 60 kg is replaced by another man. Got it? The average weight of 6 men decreases by 3 kg. What happens? The average weight of 6 men is decreasing by 3 kg when a man whose weight is 60 kg is replaced by another man. Find the weight of newly included men. You understood it? First of all, there were 6 men. Let's say M1, M2, M3, M4, M5 and M6. Initially we were having 6 men and their average weight. See, initially we were having 6 men and their average weight, let's say, was X. Because they have not given any average weight. Fine, I'm making you understand the question first. Let's say we were having random 6 men. Let's say their name were M1, M2, M3, M4, M5 and M6. And let's say their average weight was X. Okay. Now, a man whose weight is 60 kg is replaced by another man. Now, let's say this M6, this man was of 60 kg. We are assuming. Okay. We are assuming that this man's weight was 60 kg. So, when we are replacing this man, see M1, M2, M3 M4 and M5. These 5 men are as it is. But now instead of this M6, this man, we are taking, let's say, some another man, let's say M7. Now when we are replacing this man of 60 kg with some other man, the average weight decreases by 3 kg. So this X was average. So now the new average is X minus 3 kg. Got it? Initially these 6 men, their average weight was 6x, but when we replaced this man of 60 kg and one new man came, at that time the average weight is now decreased by 3 kg. So what they want? Find the weight of newly included men. So they want to find the weight of this M7. Okay. So let's see how to do that. First of all, we know that the average of these 6 is equal to x. That means what? That means what? Okay. That means M1 plus M2 plus M3 plus M4 plus M5 plus M6. The sum of all divided by 6 is equal to average. We know that. Find simple average. So the sum of all these divided by 6 is equal to average, that is equal to x. That means what? M1 plus M2 plus M3 plus M4 plus M5 plus M6 is equal to, this 6 will go there, so 6x. Fine. So this is one equation we got. Now what we are doing? We are replacing this man. Okay. We are replacing this man with a new man. And what is the result? The result is that the average decreases by 3. Now see, understand one thing, that whenever the average decreases by 3, that means what? 3 kg is decreasing from all the weight. Fine, because if the 3 kg is decreasing from all the weight, then and only then it can affect the average, and then the average can be decreased by 3. Got it? Fine. So that means what? Here the average weight is decreasing by 3 kg. That means the weight of all 6 men is decreased by 3 kg. This is an important point to understand here, that the average weight is decreased by 3 kg means the average weight is decreased by 3 kg means the weight of all 6 men is decreased by 3 kg. Now if the weight of all the men is decreased by 3 kg, that means what? How much weight is affected? So 6 into 3, that is equal to 18 kg is overall reduced. Fine. That means what? When they are saying that average is decreased by 3, we can say that, see, whenever they are saying that average is decreased by 3, we can say that the overall weight reduced this side is equal to 18 kg. But are we changing any men? No, we are just changing one man. We are not changing all the men. We are just changing one man. That means what? That single man who is being changed, his weight is 18 kg less. That means what? The initial age of M6 was 60 kg. But then that means what? The new man M7 who has been added, his age is what? 60 minus 18. That's why the average is decreasing, and that's why the whole weight is decreasing by 18 kg. So 60 minus 18 is equal to 42 kg. So this must have been the weight of the newly added man. That means the man who was replaced, that is M6. This man's weight was 60 kg, but this new man who is added must be 18 kg less, that is 42 kg, and that is why overall the average is reducing by 3 kgs. Got it? So for solving this question, your understanding must be very clear, and thus we have solved this question and we have derived that the new man, whoever, let's say M7, whoever the new man is who is added, he is 42 kg. He is having the weight of 42 kg. Okay? Fine. Now we have seen many different types of question. Now let's see probably the last question of this session. Out of 5 numbers, the average of first 4 number is 20. Out of 5 numbers, the average of first 4 numbers is 20 and the last 4 number is 18. If the last number is 22, find the first number. So again, this is also a very interesting question and simple one also. So see what they are saying, that total out of 5 numbers. So total we are having 5 numbers. We don't know which numbers are there. So let's call them A, B, C, D, E. So let's say these are our 5 numbers. Okay. So initially we are having these 5 numbers. Now they have told that the average of first 4 numbers is 20. That means the first 4 is these 4. So A plus B plus C plus D. Average, we have to find out their average. That means addition of these 4 divided by 4. Their average is what? The average of first 4 numbers is 20. So we got that A plus B plus C plus D. We can say that this is equal to 4 will go there, that is 80. So this is one thing we got. And also told that the average of last 4 is 18. So this is the first thing we got. Now the average of last 4 is 18. Last 4 is these 4. So B plus C plus D plus E, their average means divided by 4 is equal to 18. So we can say that B plus C plus D plus E is equal to, this 4 will go there. So 18 into 4, that is equal to 72. Now also told that if the last number is 22, find the first number. So E is given as, last number is E. So E is given as 22 and we have to find the first number. So we have to find out A. Now E is given as 22. So we can put the value of E, that is 22 here. So B plus C plus D plus E, that is 22, is equal to 72. So B plus C plus D is equal to 72 minus 22, that is equal to 50. Now this is again one equation that we have. Now if we put this equation number 2 in equation number 1, what we will get? B plus C plus D. This B plus C plus D is equal to 50 we got. That means by equation 1 and 2, A plus 50 is equal to 80. Therefore A is equal to 80 minus 50, that is equal to 30, and this is A's value 30 that is asked in the question. Got it? So these questions of ratio and proportion are not very tough, but mostly they require understanding as well as observation and little bit of formula and calculation. Fine. So I hope all these different types of questions that we have practiced in today's session will definitely be helpful to you. If you found the video helpful, please share it. Please let me know in the comment section. And in case if you have any doubt, you can ask that too. I'll definitely try my best to help you out. So bye-bye, and we will meet again in the next session of aptitude with one next interesting and important topic. Thank you so much.